Morning. Just on the Manifold Valley. We have a little bit of inversion. I've just come down the steep hillside in car, just parked there, and we above the inversion. Obviously it's going to burn off, but I'm hoping it hangs around for a little while until I can get above it. So we're on a 7.5-8 mile circular ballpark. We're below Wetton is up there, so I've come down a little single lane track, parked on a car park just there, and I'm doing like a circular loop, most of which I haven't done before, and some, as in the place I'm going now, I have, but I come at it from the other direction usually, which is Thor's cave. So all this section until I get to Thor's cave, signage at the bottom here is new. Up to Wetton itself after Thor's cave is repeat, and then all the rest of it back around to Throwley Old Hall ruin, and down the Manifold Valley itself. It's White Peak, which is not my favourite kind of terrain. So there's a fair bit of it which will be sort of tarmac trail and stuff, and also there's a fair bit of farmland to cross. A riverbed at the side of me, that's dry. I think it goes underground, and sort of surfaces obviously after rainfall and things through the trees there. Obviously I'll come into view better shortly, but there's a big cliff face, so that's the face of Thor's cave, which is sort of facing that away. But that's where we're going. I don't know if I'm going up onto top, but just on the bottom of that brick face is the cave itself. Obviously you can get up onto top should you require. A few smaller caves at the side of the riverbed there as well, and they're going a little bit, but they're nothing too dramatic, but worth a look if you're faffing. People there can hear voices. I'm not sure if it's half term. I think it must be, because I saw quite a few kids knocking about the way yesterday as well when I went to up Stanage for inversion. So that's the flat done for now, and now the only way is up. Slippy limestone, smattering of mud, won't help, but we're getting there. I'm going to say I've got up so far in one go, and then you see another staircase. I don't think I've ever come up this way before, I've always gone down it. Well, there's the entrance. Final push. just that drone up, but there's too many people really to make any decent footage. Limestone, love it. Right then, that was Thor's cave. That's the path to the top. That's the path back to Wetton. So yeah, it's a little bit claggy with the ground, like clay stuff as well, so it snarls up your boots. Go down now on this concessionary path, takes you back to Wetton, and then turn right. I just went down like a sack of spuds. I was just saying a minute ago, it's that clay stuff what gets in your boots. So you're walking on a solid boot tread onto clay, which don't help for traction. I just hit the deck once. I try not to do that again. Got a muddle up camera. Oh well, I missed my footpath. I was talking to some guys from Cornwall, so I've thought the path was a little bit further on to this road, just through that farm somewhere, but I think I've passed it, so I'll not bother. I'll just carry on here, turn right on the road bit here. It intersects the path what I would have gone on, so it would have just cut a corner off, that's all. Yeah, it just took me through that farm and over a couple of fields, so probably somewhere down near that tree, the far tree, a bit further than that maybe is where that should intersect, and then pick up the proper path again. There's that far tree I just pointed out earlier. So here's the footpath I should have come on. Just went over that field complex to that farm, so it's just sort of added a little bit onto that, you know, that would have cut the corner off over the fields. As is the White Peak. There's a trig point up on top of there. I go around this, over these hills here somewhere, and then drop back down way over the other side of there into Manifold Valley, which is around that left curl, and that puts me, I guess, down the bottom of here is where I'm parked somewhere. So I go over this path here, which again it does, the road goes around there. He's just passed me in that van, so I'm just gonna cut across this bit of field, cutting that corner off. I would lock it, but drop down to that gate down there, and then there's that path along there what then drops me down that shoulder. Fortunately quite steep, but fortunately grassy, so not muddy. So hopefully clean the boots off a little bit and no more slipping. Beeston Tor in the Manifold Valley. So yeah, I've got to go down here. I think it curls down. I have to cross a bridge. I think I go around the side of that hill then, over to Throwley Hall, down on this path, just drop down to the road, I guess, on the river, stream, whichever it is. But nobody at all. Once you're obviously Thor's Cave, that was a different kettle of fish. That's like a focal point, and everybody in the Grand Mile will be there, which indeed they were. Since then, I've not seen a soul. Probably won't see many more until I get down into the valley itself. Thought I could hear voices. A dude sat in a little opening up halfway up the cliff, as you do. Ooh, stepping stones. Well, first thing would be a bugger to get to if we've got one in it. Beware of flash floods, I guess. Yep, dry riverbed. I say it does goes underground, I think, part of the year, and then surfaces when it rains, etc. Throwley. And two dudes up there into rock face. There's like two paths on that gate. There's a path that comes straight up the flank or cuts around the side. I just took the around the side one. Mutter and muchness. This one just goes up here, and we turn right, head to a farmyard to the road, and then Throwley Hall is just below that. Cheaper wide berth. I'm not sure if my path's that way or I've got to go over that way. Try not to disturb these guys. That's there. There's your White Peak through a farmyard. hole is there. Have a look when I've been to the hole, see where I've got to go. Possibly up that track there and around the side of the hill. Set back off a minute, have a cup of tea, we'll have a walk around it first. So now head off towards the Manifold way. There's a road, go up through the farm and around the road, or you go this way ish, which is going to curl around through some field complex outside of this hill and then intersect where I need to be again. Just got to figure out where the path is. Trails run in all directions through farmland and stuff. This copse ain't on map either, which is a bit random. But yeah, it's certainly weather change. Not for the better. So, had to break the coat out. Yeah, so this goes around, I think, to the corner of that field, just off the corner, and then over the next field, I think the next field, and then it intersects a more defined path, I believe, until they intersect the road again, and then drop down into the Manifold Valley. Right, now where's it go? See tyre tracks, but can't see any flagging, so I'm in that general direction. Let's get up onto high ground. If I can't see anything, I'll get the map ahead. Flagging there, well, there's a footpath going through that way, and the gate, but that's not where I want to be, so I guess this path ain't used that often. Likewise on this field, I basically keep on the same bearings I'm on, roughly. But again, there's no flagging to indicate. So I come across there, style there, stay on that same heading, The gate and the path, I believe, is right at the side of that, going to my right. First, the kiln. A bit of a cave in. Two more fields, up to that bit of a wood there, and I think there's a farm. Yeah, there's a roof there. And then I'll take a right, so probably another 300 or 400 metres right turn. Give it dark peak. Far better, less farmland to negotiate. I've just switched camera off, swapped battery, and stalling formation over these trees. So hopefully they'll do it again while I've got camera on. Peaks and quiet. Slade house, slade cottages and slade tops. I'll do like holiday cottages. So just on this farm track for a little ways, past two fields, and then I take a left. First wall, that wall over there, so I'll presume I break a left at that point. I'll check when I get to it if it's not obvious. Again, not really much flagging, but sort of diagonally across, I'm heading for the far corner of the field, so that's the perimeter wall. So I just head over that direction until I can see the cross wall, and then head for the corner, and the road should be at the other side of that wall. Across that should be next to a cattle grid, down another farm track for a little ways, and then I'll break off of that and drop down, I think reasonably substantially, to get down into the valley floor. I've not done any of this section before, so I shall see what I see when I get to it. That's why I'm not a great fan of the White Peak. There's some lovely places around here, don't get me wrong, but the rest of it's just fields. Not the best, whatever floats your boat, but I prefer terrain. There's the cross wall coming into view. So where that wall and that wall meet should be a gate or a stile. So there should be a cattle grid just there-ish. And I'm going down that track there. Voila, one cattle grid. One gate that doesn't close. Down on this clay trail. I've been on my arse once today because Hope boots got clogged up with clay, so walking with clogged up clay on clay like ice skating. Hopefully not repeat that on here, because I'll be picking up more clay in my tread, and it's a relatively steep descent, so super easy to come a cropper again, I guess. Prickly things. Don't mess with them particularly. Like walking around trying not to get clay in your boots. But by the time we've got to this stage, losing battle. So I'm proper clayed up at the minute. And hopefully the stream's running, because the other section of the stream at Manifold the way is totally dry. So hopefully there is a bit of water in this one. I can clean my boots off a bit. Rest on it will drop off before I get back to the car, hopefully. It's Lee House at the bottom, which I guess I'm coming to at the moment. Not much not much in the way of water flowing. Cleaning the boots might be, ooh, that's wobbling about, Jesus. Great wobble on the trail, Manifold Way. So, back this way now for the rest of the way. Ooh, a little fox, baby fox. I'll go and take coat off, it's just started raining. He needs to get off at path so I can pass him, or I'm going to sort of push him all the way back. No, definitely not washing my boots. Go on, duck off at path so I can get past you. I want to push onto the road. I think I'm going to have to change my shoes when I get back to the car. Give me a minute while I try and get some crap off my boot. Go on the Manifold Way. Be alright for push chairs, I guess, and bikes and stuff. Sort of tarmac trail, several miles long, and got about another mile to go, maybe a little bit more, I think. But that fox is still in front of me. I just sort of stopped to clean my boots off a bit on one of these sort of wire fences. I'll let him get a bit of distance. I'm hoping he'd turned off by now, but it's not. It's still on the trail, which probably alright until somebody comes the other way and then he's pincered. But no, not seen anybody really since wetting. Them two guys up at cliff face, but nobody on the trail itself after Thor's cave really. And still following the baby fox. A little bit further in front of me now though. Okay. Oh boy. Go back as well for us now is I'm not sort of pushing in this way, which I sort of have been doing I suppose for the last mile. He could now have a choice which way he wants to go. Old Souls Wood. I'm on the home stretch now I think. Not too far to go. A couple more little corners and then should intersect the road where the car park is. No one for hours, then two people there and one here. Just around this little right hand corner. Dog should be able to eat rabbit. A couple 100 metres at the most. Here's the road intersection. I can see car from here. Larkston Lane. And here's the car park. And that closes the loop. A little bit further than advertised. 9.5 miles, 4 hours, 31 minutes.